Shalom. Before I get started, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakadash. Give double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone that rule well over the flock that taught us this 100% truth. To your Akim and Akwathia listening and learning, shalom to you as well. Salakia. You cancel the likewise doctrine as GMS. Shalom to you brothers as well. Salutations to the hopeful elect. Now I was looking at this little snippet of a video that I had got from the brother Ibar Yahweh the 7. You might want to check that brother out. He comes out with great daily edification lessons, man. You know, but I was looking at a video. This Edomite was basically talking about how devastating thermonuclear missiles could be. You know, extremely devastating, man. You know, and I'm got some scriptures pulled up. Gonna make this too long, you know, but just for edification purposes, man, because a lot of people gonna have their mind right when Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai shoot those ICBM missiles out here, man. You know, a lot of us gonna have to be covered in that time because the days are evil, man, and this place has to be judged. Babylon has to go down by thermonuclear destruction, right? So without further ado, I'm gonna get this lesson, and I'm gonna bring out some scriptures, and we're gonna go from there.
Depending on the size of the bomb, in the scenario that
like if we're hit.
a nuclear bomb explodes with a flash of light, of X-ray light, that is so powerful and hot, it is impossible to comprehend. It is 180 million degrees. That's the temperature at the center of the sun times 5.
Really?
And so the thermonuclear flash sets everything on fire. Depending on the size of the bomb, in the scenario that I write, it's 3 miles out.
Is that a fact? Is that the biggest?
That's not the biggest bomb, but that is a fact. When I write about these horrific details about what happens to people in third-degree burns and wind ripping skin off people's faces, 9 miles out, limbs being ripped off, the sucking motion that happens, the blast wave that's like a bulldozer. When I write all those details, those are not out of Annie Jacobson's imagination. Those are sourced from a primary document called The Effects of Nuclear Weapons.
You see how crazy that is? I'm gonna go back on that. That's crazy, man.
Like if we're hit.
A nuclear bomb explodes with a flash of light, of X-ray light, that is so powerful and hot, it is impossible to comprehend. It is 180 million degrees. That's the temperature at the center of the sun times 5.
Really?
And so the thermonuclear flash sets everything on fire. Depending on the size of the bomb, in the scenario that I write, it's 3 miles out.
Is that a fact? Is that the biggest?
That's not the biggest bomb, but that is a fact. When I write about these horrific details about what happens to people in third-degree burns and wind ripping skin off people's faces, 9 miles out, limbs being ripped off, the sucking motion that happens, the blast wave that's like a bulldozer. When I write all those details, those are not out of Annie Jacobson's imagination. Those are sourced from a primary document called The Effects of Nuclear Weapons.
See, Babylon, you Babylonians, this is the thing. Y'all have no clue, man. Y'all have no clue what's in store for this place, man. The Most High is going to destroy this place, man, and it's going to be fire like none of you ever seen before, man. She was going into different things, Goes up here on Google, man. I was looking at the ICBM missiles or whatnot, the intercontinental ballistic missile. If you are close enough to the detonation point of an ICBM, intercontinental ballistic missile, which is essentially a nuclear weapon, The immediate effects on your body would likely be fatal, including severe burns from the intense heat, trauma from the blast wave, and potentially lethal radiation exposure, depending on the distance and shielding available. Even at further distances, radiation exposure from a fallout could lead to radiation sickness, long-term health complications like cancer, and potential genetic damage, man. You know, this is extremely dangerous, dog. That radiation, it can, and those blasts from them, and the blast from the missiles, man. Like she said, your body parts coming off, skin melting off your body. That's prophetic, man. You know, that's what Yahweh Shem Yahushai was talking about. We'll go get it. This is Zechariah 14 and 12. Zechariah 14 and 12. And this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord Yahweh will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth. You know, and that's what a thermonuclear weapon could do. Like I always bring out in previous lessons, man. You know, that if you remember that movie Terminator 2 Judgment Day, when Sarah Connor was at the park, she was having that dream, and that nuclear missile went off. Big flash of lightning, and then that destroying wind came through there, and it destroyed everything in its path, man. That's what this woman was getting into, because that's what's getting ready to happen to America, man. Yahweh Shem Yahushai gonna allow these other nations to shoot off those missiles. There's gonna be a lot of them. There's not gonna be nobody to escape this destruction that's coming, man. You know, and this is gonna be how it's gonna be. You know, according to Zechariah, and this plague shall be the plague wherewith the Lord will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouths, man. You know, different types of burns, man. A lot of different things is going to come down with these thermonuclear missiles, sicknesses, death. You know. You see that? Long-term health complications like cancer and potential genetic damage. You know, like you said, burning your skin. You know, those different things like that. Key points about the effects of an ICBM detonation on the body. The blast wave is one thing that she talked about. The initial shock wave from the explosion would cause significant physical trauma, including internal injuries, ruptured organs, and potential fatalities, depending on the proximity to ground zero. Salakia. And in this case, there's not going to be nowhere to hide, because it's going to be millions of missiles, man, because you got to understand that each warhead carries about 10 to 20, you know, each missile carries about 10 to 20 warheads, man, in each missile. And when they shoot off, that missile open up and all those different warheads go out and they fly into different destinations that they have to land at. And they have a lot of these. So this is what's coming to America, man, aka Babylon. Thermal, nuclear fire, man. Straight like that. This is 2 Peter 3 and 10. But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise. And that great noise is going to be when them thermonuclear missiles are shot off and cast over here into this piece of shit hellhole Babylon. And which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and its works that are therein shall be burned up, man. And that's what's coming. All you worldly people, these heathens in this land, these Edomites in this land, you rebellious ass 2/3 in this land, save the elect, Lord willing out of that number, gonna be burned up, man. They got stuff so high they burns concrete. You know? They got things that get that hot. You remember the heat that was burning those beams in 9/11, right? Those bombs that was burning those beams in that building, in the Twin Towers. Yeah, it gets that hot, man. And then she said 180 million, 180 million times hot, man. You know? That's what's getting ready to come over here to Babylon. Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of person are ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness? We need to be in the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, man. We need to be getting our spiritual house in order, because the times that we coming in, it's going to be extremely crazy, man. You see already how 2025 has already started with much death and bloodshed, right? So just understand that these things are coming down the pipe here in Babylon, man. You know? This is Revelation 6 and 12. And I beheld when he had opened the sixth seal, and lo, there was a great earthquake, and the sun became black as sackcloth of hair, and the moon became as blood. You see, and that's when the thermonuclear destructions happen. Salaki, give me 1 second. When these thermonuclear missiles go off and that mushroom cloud happen, that moon, that sun is not gonna give his light, man. You know, I seen the picture right here. Look at that. That's a thermonuclear blast, man, and it covers the sun. Actually makes it kind of cold, you know. And the heaven, this is Revelation 6 and 14. And the heaven departed as a scroll when it is rolled together. And every mountain and island were moved out of their places. Because the only thing that can cause that to happen is the thermonuclear missiles, man. You know, make this place feel like it's moving out of its area, out of its places, man. You know, from the big explosions that's gonna come from these thermonuclear missiles. Salaki, I'm trying to keep an eye on my cats also, man. They be bad as hell. Salaki about that. I know you keep seeing me look off to the side. You know? We go back into this picture here. Look. You see that? Like when the scroll is departed apart from each other. That's how thermonuclear mushroom cloud will look. Look at that mushroom cloud. It starts like this, and then it spreads out like a scroll. You know? And that's how, and you see how the smoke is coming from around that explosion. That destroying wind, man. That destroying wind that's gonna come through and destroy everything in its path, man. That's that destroying wind that the book of Jeremiah 51 and 1 was talking about. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, I will raise up against Babylon and against them that dwell in the midst of them, that rise up against me, a destroying wind, right? You see that? And when that, like I said before, when that destroying wind comes around, this is what happens. Zechariah 14 and 12. And this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord Yahweh will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet. and their eye shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth. That's that destroying wind from those thermonuclear missiles, man. How much more we got to tell y'all these things? That's that blast. Look at that. Fervent heat, bro. Fervent freaking heat coming to destroy Babylon, man. I ain't even talk about the chariots, the so-called UFOs is what the world called them today. But those are the chariots of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, the armies of the heavens. They also gonna be wreaking havoc on this place too with these ICBM missiles. You know? This is Revelation 17 and 16. And the 10 horns which thou seest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore. Talking about Babylon, so-called America. They shall hate the whore and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. It's prophetic that America is going to be destroyed with thermonuclear fire, man. And a lot of you people sleep to that fact. Y'all worried about so-called New Year resolutions? You know, which some people are waking up to the fact that, hey, there's no resolutions. Things ain't the same no more. You know, like I said, this year started off with so-called terrorist attacks, you know, shootings, California on fire, which is a precursor to what's going to happen to America. You know? This place is going to go down by thermonuclear destruction, man. Thermal radiation. The intense heat generated by the explosion could cause severe burns to exposed skin, potentially leading to death if the burns are extensive. And they're going to be extensive because there are going to be a lot of ICBMs that be shot off, man. And you see what it said in Zechariah. Your skin is going to melt off your body. Your skin is going to melt off your body, man. And that's what that thermal radiation could do. Severe burns to exposed skin. And a lot of you ain't going to be ready for no ICBM missiles and that radiation to come through. You got the heat, and then you got the radiation that's going to come through that's going to cause severe sicknesses as well, man. The prompt radiation, direct exposure to the initial burst of radiation from the nuclear explosion can cause acute radiation syndrome, radiation sickness, with symptoms like nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, and potentially death, depending on the dose received. You see? Radioactive particles carried by the mushroom cloud can settle on the ground, exposing people to lingering radiation exposure even after the initial blast. You know? And when that nuclear fallout happens, hey, everybody's getting it. Especially how these missiles are going to come. These missiles are going to come full-fledged, and nobody is going to be able to escape these things, man. Nobody is going to escape these things. 2 Peter 3 and 12. Looking for and hastening unto the coming of the day of the Lord, wherein the heavens, being on fire, shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat, man. You see? That's what's coming. That's what's coming to you, rebellious ass Israelites, you heathens, you Edomites. These are the things that's coming upon you, man. Malachi 4 and 1. For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, yea, and all that do wickedly shall be stubble. And when you go into that stubble, let's go and get that. It's going to be like stalks or straw. You're going to come. Basically, this place is just going to come to naught, man. Stubble. When you take a bunch of straw, like it got right here, stalks or straw, you take a bunch of straw, right, and you put it in the bundle on the ground and you burn it, and it burns completely out. What you have left, you just have stubble. That's what's coming to Babylon, man. You know? For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, yea, and all that do wickedly shall be stubble. And the day that cometh shall burn them up, saith the Lord of hosts, that it shall leave them neither root nor branch. So this place is finna be completely destroyed, man. There's not gonna be nothing in this land after that. You know, this place done caused a lot of places to be drunken, man. A lot of people, our minds are gone because of this place. This is 2nd Ezra 16 and 16. Like an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer returneth not backwards. Even so, the plagues that shall be sent upon earth shall not return again. And when these missiles get shot off, ain't no turning back. It's over. It's over after that. It's save the elect. Save the elect, man. Lord willing, I'm that number. Like an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer returneth not backward. Even so, the plagues that shall be sent upon earth shall not return again. Woe is me. Woe is me. Who will deliver me in those days? You got to be delivered. You ain't going to be able to save yourself. You're not going to be able to save yourself, man. Simple as that. I'm going to go back a couple of verses and get 2nd Ezra 16:13. For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow. His arrows that he shooteth are sharp. And this is talking about those ICBM missiles that's going to penetrate America and destroy it off the face of the earth, man. And shall not miss when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world. Because they coming from over there to way over here, man. Those missiles. And this place going to be, like I said before, stubble. Like the scripture said, this place is going to be stubble. Behold, the plagues are sent and shall not return again until they come upon the earth. The fire is kindled and shall not be put out till it consume the foundation of the earth. And this fire is not going to be put out, man. That unquenchable fire is going to hit America, Babylon. And there's nothing Esau can do. He's not going to be able to save you rebellious ass Jakes. He's not going to be able to save himself nor his people. They got bunkers and all of that, you know, but they're not going to be able to save themselves. Slovakia. Yeah, but this place is finna go down, man. This place is finna completely be destroyed by thermonuclear fire. There's nothing nobody's going to be able to do about this thing, man. I'm going to read this again. I have to go back a few verses, but I want to go back and read 2nd Ezra 16 and 16 again. Bring that back out. Like an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer, returneth not backward. Even so, the plague that shall be sent upon earth shall not return again. And that plague, like I said before, is the shooting of those ICBM missiles to this land that y'all call Babylon, man. One second. Slovakia. It's a scripture that I was trying to think of. I can't think of the scripture right now. Got it. This second Ezra 5:1. Nevertheless, as coming the tokens, which the tokens are the different signs of the end of the days that you see. You know, the love of many waxing cold, the wars and rumors of wars, the different plagues, all these different signs, man. Nobody having faith, all these different signs, man, that's in the earth right now. Wars and rumors of wars. You know, families being against one another. Different nations being at each other's throat. All these different signs, man, is the boiling points up until when this place is going to be hit by those missiles. Nevertheless, as the coming tokens, behold, the day shall come that they which dwell upon earth shall be taken in a great number. And the way of truth shall be hidden, because, you know, famine of the word is coming as well. You see, they trying to remove TikTok as well. That's also going into the famine of the word. And the way of truth shall be hidden, and the land shall be barren of faith. But iniquity shall be increased above that which now thou seest, or that thou hast heard long ago. And the land that thou seest now to have root shall thou see wasted suddenly. See, this place is going to be suddenly wasted, man. Because when you go back to 2 Peter, it says that this place, it was going to be like a thief in the night, man. It was going to be like a thief in the night. Let's go back and get it. Right here. 2 Peter 3:10. But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, and in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up, man. You know, isn't your body made up of the elements? Concrete made up of elements. Everything that you see in the earth around you is made up of elements, man. And these things are finna be burned up. That's the will of the Father, man. That's the will of the Father, for this place to go under, and for his elect, the 144,000 men, 1/3 men, women, and children, man, to be saved. And the rest of you cats got to be destroyed on this side. And I'm talking about you Israelites. You got to be destroyed on this side, and you'll be back in the kingdom in your right mind. Because right now, y'all mind ain't right. Y'all worried about folly and mirth, which all of that is coming to a halt as well. Nobody's having fun like they used to. Nothing is the way it used to be. You know, nothing is the way it used to be. So you got to understand the times that we coming in, you know. This is the book of Joel, 2nd chapter, verse 1. Blow ye the trumpet in Zion, and sound an alarm in my holy mountain. Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of the Lord cometh, for it is nigh at hand. Salaki, I gotta take this. Salaki, everyone, I had to take that phone call. Going through some things in my life, but this work must still be done. You know, no matter what you're going through, you can be getting ready to get put out on your ass like me. You know, from getting let off your job or whatnot. Keep going. Keep pushing. Work still got to be done at the end of the day. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah got us all who's sincere in this thing. But back to the subject at hand about that thermonuclear missiles that's going to hit this place and the destruction that's coming to Babylon, man. I stopped at Joel chapter 2, verse 1. I'm going to start there again. Blow ye the trumpet in Zion and sound an alarm in my holy mountain. Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of the Lord cometh. The day of the Lord cometh, for it is nigh at hand. And it is at hand, man. You see the tokens, or signs, the love of many waxing cold, all these different things is happening, man. You know? Joel 2:2, a day of darkness and of gloominess, a day of clouds and of thick darkness, as the morning spread upon the mountains, a great people and a strong. There hath never been like that. There hath not been ever like the like. Let me read that again. I kind of butchered that Salakia. Didn't like the way that came out of my mouth. Joel 2:2. A day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and of thick darkness, as the morning spread upon the mountains, a great people and a strong. There hath not been ever the like, neither shall be any more after it, even to the years of many generations. This is never going to be another place like this place, man. This place is going to be destroyed, man. It's over with for Babylon. Joel 2:3. A fire devoureth before them, and behind them a fire burneth. The land is as the Garden of Eden before them, because the land of Garden of Eden, it was pretty much a desolate place, man. And that's how America is about to be, a desolate land. Won't nothing dwell here anymore as far as humans. It'll be wildlife and animals in this land. A fire devoureth before them, and behind them a flame burneth. The land is as the Garden of Eden before them, and behind them a desolate wilderness. Ye and nothing shall escape them, man. You're not going to be able to get away from this, like I said, unless you with Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. You can go get that. Can't stand this phone sometime. See? Isaiah 26:20. Come, my people, enter thou into thy chambers, and shut thy doors about thee. Hide thyself, as it were, for a little moment, until the indignation be overpassed. You know? And that word indignation, that's righteous judgment, man. That's what's getting ready to come upon this place. Righteous anger. You see that? Anger, distress, dissatisfaction, unhappiness, all these different things is going to come to you people. But at the end of the day, this is righteous anger coming from the Most High, and the judgments that he's putting on this country is going to intensify until we all see them thermonuclear missiles go shooting up. And Lord willing, in that time, you know, I got that mark, that the Y on me to be marked, you know, to be saved at that time, because we're going to have to be in those chambers until this indignation goes by. Come, my people, enter thou into thy chambers, and shut thy doors about thee. Hide thyself, as it were, for a little moment, until the indignation be overpassed. That's that righteous anger, that judgment, man, that's coming. You know? Let me go back and I wanted to play that video one more time as well, because people think that that's a game.
Like if we're hit.
A nuclear bomb explodes with a flash of light, of X-ray light, that is so powerful and hot, it is impossible to comprehend. It is 180 million degrees. That's the temperature at the center of the sun times 5.
Really?
And so the The thermonuclear flash sets everything on fire, depending on the size of the bomb. In the scenario that I write, it's 3 miles out.
Is that a fact? Is that the biggest?
That's not the biggest bomb, but that is a fact. When I write about these horrific details about what happens to people in third-degree burns and wind ripping skin off people's faces, 9 miles out, limbs being ripped off, the sucking motion that happens, the blast wave that's like...
Remember that, what she just said there.
That happens, the blast wave that's like a bulldozer. That happens, the blast wave that's like horrific details about what happens to people in third-degree burns and wind ripping skin off people's faces, 9 miles out, limbs.
You see the wind ripping skin off people's face? That's that destroying wind. That's that destroying wind that I was talking about that's in the scriptures, And your skin melting off your body, that comes from that, man. It comes from that destruction from the missiles.
Being ripped off, the sucking motion that happens, the blast wave that's like a bulldozer. When I write all those details, those are not out of Annie Jacobson's imagination. Those are sourced from a primary document called The Effects of Nuclear Weapons.
I hope y'all understand. I hope y'all understand how severe things are about to come upon this earth, man. How severe things are about to be. And the ending of these things, which is going to end in America getting destroyed by thermonuclear missiles and 2/3 of our people being wiped out, these heathens being wiped out. That's the end game. That's the end game. So I hope y'all understand the severity of this thing, man. Shalom.